Hey again, guys, welcome to my chit chat video. Um, what inspired me to talk about this is because of my past, of what I've gone through, and something that can really help other people out through what their struggles and to feel good about themselves of how they are the true human being of just being their self is really genuine to my heart, and I just wanted to share a little bit with you guys of how you can solve your situations out. The situation is about friendship, of course. It's one of the most important things of your life, kind of, because you have friends that tell you things and help you draw in your good deeds. So if you want to stay tuned of watching this video, I don't know how long it would be, but it's really getting into, deep down. And I really want to talk about and share with you guys of what my past was and how I came to solve it, Stay tuned, keep watching, and I hope you guys like my video. Alright, so the first thing I want to talk about is my past. My past friendships, when I first got into real friendships, it was, of course, in middle school where everybody starts having those real friendships. Um, I, spoke, I spoke my mind, which I always do, and, people don't tend to get it. Like, if somebody speaks your mind, you gotta honor them with respect because they're not talking behind your back. But anyway, so my first real friendships were in middle school. A lot of my friends really didn't like me, and they would always bag on me, and they would just, they did not like me. So it came to this year or last year where they've added me on Facebook, and I was like, hey, you added me, I thought you didn't like me. And they were like, well, I've changed and stuff because they've seen of how I really was. They woke up and they grew on, how I genuinely am, and they like that about me. All right, so that was my past, and I did have a few past friends that I grew up out of school. Out of school, this video isn't to bag on anybody or anything, not my intentions, but I've had, let's say, not a lot, but a group of five. A group of five. It was my little circle that I went through outside of school, and I've had friends that one was really nice, and I don't think she would tell me what she felt about me because she just didn't like the drama. But if somebody tells me the truth to me, then I wouldn't care about it. Yes, it would hurt, but I would think upon it, and I would probably try to fix things about it. um Again, so I've came across to this recent big argument with one of my old friends, and she said that I was, sometimes there's just things that you shouldn't say. A lot of people say that, but again, it's really hard to do that for me because I'm just a real person. I will speak my mind. I will tell you what I feel about you, regardless of your emotions. No hard feelings, because when you're a true friend, you gotta tell your friend really what it's about, like, you know the real deal, like what they should know. And that's just the person I've always been. So I thought I was really doing good because that person would come, a lot of people would come to me for advice, and I would give it. But one day it just hit me hard, like, just that some things you shouldn't say. So being real to me is, that's just always of what I've liked to do. A lot of people say age doesn't matter, but to me and to everybody else, you can ask parents and whatnot, age really does matter when it comes to a group of friends, because when you're younger, you don't really know what that person is trying to get to when they're older until you actually been through that age group and been through that stage. Yes, it may be hard for somebody telling you you're too young to do this, you're too young to do that, but yeah, it hurts, but you just got to you just got to go through it. You got to deal with it and sit there and listen. Sit there and actually listen to what that person is talking about until you get through that age and you would actually see, what I'm talking about. But anyway, so there was this one time where I was always the one that somebody would come to for advice because I would tell it like it is. Like, I don't sugarcoat anything. It's better for a friend to tell you what you should know or what you need to know instead of a stranger. And it's also better for a friend to tell you instead of talking behind your back. I know y'all wouldn't like that, but talking behind your back is just something that I just wouldn't do. I like to say it up front. I don't care about your feelings, hard feelings. It's a hate and love relationship between me and you if you get hard feelings about it. But anyway, so being real is the biggest thing that it's just me. Like, it's just me. Of course, there's some things that you shouldn't say, but I say it anyway. You were my friend for a certain amount of time, and I've been real. It's okay. You've been my friend, and I've attracted that to you because I was real. It does not make any sense for you to go off on how I've been through all that time. Of course, if you don't like it, then don't ask for advice. If you don't like it, then don't be my friend. I wrote a whole bunch of, topics. I wrote a whole bunch of topics. I've already went over my past and being real. So let's go into changing ways. Changing your ways. If a friend tells you you're too real, I don't like that, you shouldn't say, what I previously said, there's some things you shouldn't say. Changing your ways is fake. You should not change your ways just because somebody does not like something about you. You always have to be genuine to yourself, stick to your heart, and be you. Because you don't want to be fake. That's something that I wouldn't do. That is not my intentions at all. Like, I don't want to keep something from you that I feel like telling, and I'll end up telling somebody else, and then you'll get mad about it. Like, why didn't you tell me this? Of course I wouldn't tell you that because you would get mad. Again, this video is not ranting on to anybody, or you know what I'm saying. But changing ways, that's my second topic, or my third topic. But changing your ways, you really shouldn't do that. You should always be yourself. Feel good about yourself. Feel good about who you are, because of course there's always going to be somebody who appreciates that little bit of personality about you, because you will never change your ways and never change how you are. Of course, that person would never change the way of how they are if they're friends with you. So why should you change your ways? Sucking up to people, like, for real, I would not want to suck up to nobody. I do not suck up to anybody. If anything, they suck up to me, but I don't expect them to suck up to me, and I don't expect myself to suck up to anybody else. But sucking up to somebody is really, really bad. Like, you should not suck up to somebody. Somebody gets mad at you, don't go, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do this, and I didn't mean to say that, that was not true, it was just out of anger. That's a lot. You should not suck up to nobody. If you suck up to somebody, that shows that you are weak. There's a lot of people that I've gone through and I've been through in my past that have stuck up to me, and I you know, some people would take advantage of those people, but I personally never took advantage of people who stuck up to me, because, you know, I would always tell it like it is. Like, you know, you should not, it's tacky to have you suck up to somebody. That's, you shouldn't do that at all. All right, now getting back at somebody is one of the most evilest things that you can ever do. Like, setting up a plot, like you really went through all that trouble to get back at that somebody because they made you feel some type of way. I hate that phrase, so, but I just had to use it. But because they made you feel some type of way about yourself because they were real, you should not get back at somebody, because you, again, two wrongs don't make it right. Bad karma mixed it up. Getting back at somebody is the most, it's stupid. Like, I wouldn't get back at anybody. I've never got back at anyone before. I don't think I have. No, I've never got back at anybody, but it's just something that you shouldn't do, and it's really depressing. It makes that person go in depressed, and you don't, that person does not know what's going on. Like, they're like, what is going on? Like, you just flipped the script, everything was going fine, but you just flipped the script and everything just went downhill. Like, you don't want anything to go downhill, just like my friendship did. I really don't have any, I I can say I don't have any friends. Like, I really don't have any friends, but we'll get through that in the end of the video. Just being truthful to somebody. Truthful is kind of like being real, but again, you know, tell the truth of why you're real. Tell the truth of why you're being real. You don't just be real or just tell them like it is just because there's always an explanation to everything that you say. Just like there's always situation, and there's always a problem and a solution to every problem. You get what I'm saying? Being truthful to somebody is something that I really struggle with. I struggle with it because I tell you the truth, and a lot of people take it as the wrong way. I always tell them, don't take it as the wrong way, you know, because you're my friend. I wouldn't do that to you. And it's always good to let that person know before somebody else lets them know. So being truthful is one of the biggest things, your biggest goals. It should be your everyday life. Alright, so about everything that I'm going through, of what made me make this video is because friends are really dear to me. I really would love friends. I don't have friends, but then again, I do have friends. I just have the type of friends who are always busy. Of course, because they're the same age as me, they're always busy, and some of them just hit me up like when they have free time. But again, I really don't have friends because I don't hang out with anybody daily, or I don't text anybody that's not my boyfriend. But it's really hard for me to just sit here and do nothing. But I don't mope around, but I really wish I did have friends. I really had this one good friend, and I thought I was being really genuine, and you know, I thought I fixed all the problems with that person, you know, throughout the past. And of course, I've been friends with 13 years. Again, if you're watching this, I'm not bagging on you, but it just really hurt me in some type of way. But it just really hurt me because I thought I was like being really genuine to you. And you know, and then one day you like shot like a bow and arrow with a poison apple into, you know, my heart. And that just really hurt me. And I know it wasn't in your intentions to devil off the other people, like the other group, because of course there was other people. It was just me and you, right? I've always had friends that was, you know, me and you, like me and you and a group of people behind. Okay, so those group of people, you know, it's always in that business, always in that mix. There's always you and that one person, and everybody else is in that mix, and you're really cool with them. You know what I'm saying? But when that friend hit me, it really hurt. Like, I felt like I was depressed. Like, what has gone into her? Like, you know, what is going on? Like, I thought I was really honestly being real, but you know, I wasn't, you know, trying to hurt that person or trying to, you know, I wasn't trying to make them feel how they felt. Like, when they told me how they felt, like, it hurt me, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna change. It doesn't mean I'm gonna change my ways. You know, if you don't like it, then you don't like it. You know, you've been friends with me for so long, and then you just blew up on me. Like, you blew up on me, and I was just shocked about that. But I've never had a friend blow up on me because of that before. I've had friends who I've actually had friends who came to me in a situation, they came to me crying about it, and it was actually one of my friends that I've had, he was gay. It was when he came out that he was gay. He, you know, text me crying and stuff because he lost all his other friends. I really felt for him, because coming out that you're gay and somebody not accepting it, especially somebody who thought that was your friend this whole entire time, I know how hurtful that is. Like, I'm not gay or nothing, or bisexual, but that's just something really hurtful and genuine. Like, you know, I feel for those people. But when that person came to me, I was always there for that person. And when that one friend flipped on me, like, okay, it was just two of us, like I said, and little people. That one friend that came out that he was gay, you know, it really hurt me how when the quiet girl who didn't want any drama, she thought I was talking, you know, mess about her when I wasn't. I was like, where are you getting this information from? Like, because I've never said anything about her, because I rarely even talk about her. I don't even talk to her. But anyway, you know, when he was joining in on that, and it was just everybody at once. It was everybody at once. That really hurt me. I really thought I was being real to them. I thought I was being a genuine friend. I thought a lot. Like, I thought I was just a really good friend to them, because I was friends with all of them. I was friends with all of them. And I would tell them like it is, you know. Of course, there would be fights, because there's always fights when you're friends with somebody. But it really hurt me of how I lost so many friends, and now I have nobody. And yes, that hurts. So all I could do is ramble on videos about it. But I hope that viewers, what you're watching, I hope that my video helps you. You know, always be real. Don't change your ways. No sucking up. Don't get back at anybody, because that just makes everything worse. And that just digs a deeper hole. Like, it just digs a deeper hole to your friendship, because everything is not the same right now. Like, for me, it is not the same. It's what I least expected to happen to me. But you know, it's alright. It's okay. Because you know what? It gives me time for myself, and it gives me time to move on and, you know, do what I gotta do. Okay? Because I ain't got time for people who don't got time for me. Like, of course they're gonna sit back and you know, call me names and don't do this and don't do that. You don't tell me what to do. Okay, I told you, and I was real for you from the get-go, and you didn't like it. So, you know, that's what I basically say. Like, I'm not gonna say, please be my friend, I'm so sorry. Like, I'm so tired of that. you know, and I apologize to the people who I've hurt feelings, and I really do apologize to those person who I made cry. But another thing, like, don't hold your feelings in. You're not supposed to hold everything in and then blow up on somebody. The thing is, tell them as it's going. Don't, wait for a long time and then boom. You're not supposed to bring up the past. Anybody can tell you that. Bringing up the past is that's fake. Like, it's fake. I'm sorry. To me, it's fake, and everything is not supposed to be about you. When a friend constantly comes to me, oh, I did this, so this person talked to me, or I'm gonna do this, or I got this, I got that. Like, I don't want to hear everything that you got. Like, why don't you ask me how I'm doing in school, what's new about me, or but when I tell a friend I don't care, it's because I really don't care. No hard feelings. But thank you guys for watching my video. I really appreciate it. And please stay tuned for my next video. This is my ramble video. But anyways, thank you.